Welcome everybody, and be here with another Elden Ring video. In this video I'm gonna be focusing on faith weapons, so some of the best faith weapons. So without wasting any time, let's get to it. I'll show you some of them and where to get them. So this is a dagger. The dagger, Blade of Calling. It basically strength 6, dex 13, and faith 15. This is a good weapon, very agile, quick dagger type, and it's Ash of War. It's basically like the, I'm not sure you're familiar with the black knife. The black knife throws a black flame. This one has a golden one. Very unique, very quick, but I don't really recommend this one, but I'm still gonna show it anyways. The one I do recommend is the black knife. So this one, you actually get it, let me tell you where to get it. You can actually get it from the here, from the lift. No, I think it's this one right here. The lift right here. Right before you manage to go all the way to the bottom, there should be a secret door, and then you go into the secret door and the Blade of Calling is gonna be waiting for you there. So that's where you get the Blade of Calling. The next one is the black knife. This one I do recommend. This one basically is 8 strength, 12 dex, and 18 faith. It's also a dagger, very short range, quick, agile, but what's good about this is this Ash of War. It's a black flame, does a decent amount of damage. It takes away 10% of the enemy's HP and then tick damage on it as well. So as you can see, once again, very cool animation, and the tick damage is fairly quick. Oh, I'm about to kill him now. As you can see, down he goes. That's a black knife for you. Next weapon, this is one of my favorites, the Blasphemous Blade. I think it's one of the basically the best faith weapon, and basically in the game. It's a great sword moveset. Very, not like a colossal one, but a great sword. Fairly quick, does a lot of damage. You need 22 strength, 15 dex, and 21 faith. But the skill that this weapon gives you is by damaging enemies. Like, let's see, damaging enemies, you actually gain your health back, and then also by killing the enemy, you gain your health back as well. So the Ash of War is pretty nice, as you can see. This one, and look at my health, just regens. Once again, look at my health, full health. This one I recommend, is one of the best ones. It has fire damage as well, so if you use the incantation Flame Grant Me Strength, it increases your physical damage and flame damage. So this is a great weapon to use as a faith builder. This one you actually get it from Rykard's soul. So at the Volcano Manor, once you traverse through the whole Volcano Manor and you defeat Rykard, his soul, you end up getting his soul, and his soul you can make it into this weapon. So that's the top one right now for me. Golden Order Greatsword. This one's okay. It's very neat. It's 16 strength, dex 21, and fate 28. It's another greatsword moveset. The Ash of War, it takes a little while, but as you can see, I think that explosion does one hit, and let me continue doing it. And the second part, the wave actually does a lot of damage as well. As you can see, it's not even upgraded, and it did about 755. So that's another nice weapon. As you can see, the explosion did half of it. And this weapon, you actually get it close to the end of the game, basically. Once you got the 2 hidden talismans, instead of going this way, you use the Grand Lift to take you this way. And then from here, you just go straight to the lake, and then make a right, and it should be a cave there. And inside that cave, that's where you defeat once you defeat the boss, you end up getting this weapon there. So I'll move on to the next one. Sacred Relic Sword. This is one of the best swords to farm with. This is the last boss weapon. So basically the last boss soul, you can make it into this weapon or a hammer. So this weapon is fairly good. It's okay, damage wise and everything. Its best use is because of the Ash of War, which is this. And it basically helps you farm, basically, for ruins. This is the best part for farming. You just kill, rinse and repeat. The weapon's okay for PvP. If you catch your enemies off guard with this, it's very easy to dodge, but if you catch them, as you can see, I'm doing 3k damage. Fully upgraded. And then I have the Holy Scorpion, full health, and then the greatly boost attack power skills as well. So that's 3k damage. This weapon, basically, like I said, once you defeat the last boss, his soul, you end up getting his soul, and the soul you can make it into this weapon. So that's how you get this one. Godslayer sword, I have shown this one previously on my strength weapon as well, but it's also a good faith one because it balances out with 20 strength and faith. So once again, this one's a colossal greatsword moveset, and then the Ash of War is basically the Black Flame. Very nice, very cool looking. This one you end up getting at Kaled, at the Divine Tower. You traverse downwards once you defeat the boss. Behind the boss, well, behind the door that you defeated the boss by, on the chest, the weapon's there waiting for you. And let's go on to the next one. This one's the Magma Worm's Scale Sword. It's a great curved sword, so it's very majestic. As you can see. And then the Ash of War is basically the moveset that the boss will give you. It's a 2-hit combo, as you can see. And that lava, actually, if people are standing on it, you actually damage them. And then for this one, you need 24 strength, 18 faith, and dex 15. And this one, you actually get it from one of the caves right before heading out to Atlas Plateau. When you go through here in Liurnia, you go this way, and then you end up going through a cave, and then once you traverse through the whole cave and defeat the boss, the boss will give you the weapon, and then you'll just spawn here and Luke's ruins. No, you'll spawn right here, I believe. No, where is it at? Where you should spawn somewhere. I think it's over here, actually. You spawn somewhere on this side. And they just run towards all this. But yeah, that's the Magma Worm's Scale Sword. And next we got the Margus Hammer. This is the hammer, also from the last boss. It's either you get the Relic Sword or the hammer. I recommend the Relic Sword first, and then get the hammer after. This is a very fast movement, strength 20, 12 dex, faith 19. Very fast. It's a hammer. And I really love the Ash of War on this. You can see. It's very in the previous patches it was very slow, but now with the new patch it's fairly quicker. And it does a lot of damage, AoE damage. So once again, that's from the boss, the last boss. The Staff of Avatar. This is also a nice faith weapon, strength 34, faith 24, and dex 8. It does holy damage as well. This is a colossal hammer moveset, as you can see. The Ash of War is the holy stomp. Does a lot of damage, but it's fairly slow, and then basically the stomp animation once at the end, it's very hard to recover from it quick because you're there for like 2 or 3 seconds. And this weapon, you actually get it from when you go more into Rani's questline and you end up here on Deeproot's Depths. The moment you teleport here, just run downwards, and it should be a rotten avatar here waiting for you. And if you defeat him, he gives you the weapon. And then on to the next one, we got Viks Spear. So this spear is fairly very quick, long range. I love this one. And the Ash of War, Madness. So it builds up their status effect, which is Madness, and then cuts their HP to half. And then they get stuck in this animation, like holding your head between 2 to 3 seconds, and then it's a free hit for you, a free backstab, free hit, however you like want to do it. So this is a good weapon for PvP. It's a decent weapon for PvE, and where you get it is by defeating Viks himself, and he's located at the church. Let me check the church right here in Liurnia. This church right here. So when you approach the church, he spawns as a red phantom, and basically once you defeat him, you end up getting his weapon. And then don't forget to visit the church. That's where the corpse's maiden's at, and also there's a secretaire there. So make sure to visit this spot. So that's Viks Spear. Once again, you need 16 strength, 18 faith, and dex 20. And then lastly, this is a very early weapon, strength 16, dex 16, and faith 24. One of the best early faith weapons. As you can see, it's like a scythe moveset, a halberd. The Ash of War is like a 2-hit combo, and it does a lot of damage. This one, you just basically, you go get it right in the beginning of the game. Once you basically come out of here, you just need to run through this way, Whipping Peninsula. Make sure to run through this way, through this little pathway. And then you go visit this church to get the secretaire, and then come there and visit these ruins. And those ruins have like a downwards path, and once you enter that room, it's gonna be like 3 enemies waiting for you. You could just ignore them or fight them. But if you keep going into the room, you open the door, and there's a chest waiting for you, and that's where this weapon's at. And that's pretty much it. Those are all the faith weapons I recommend. Early game, basically the winged scythe. And then after that, you could either go to, once you hit Liurnia, you could get Viks War Spear. And then once you hit Volcano Manor, you could get Blasphemous Blade. And Blasphemous Blade is basically one of the, I feel like it's the best faith one. It replenishes your health, does a lot of damage, as you can see. It's like a little magma wave, and it's pretty awesome. So that I recommend the Blasphemous Blade. I forgot to showcase this one, Melicus Black Blade. This one's okay. It's a colossal greatsword. It's not that great. The Ash of War, it looks pretty awesome, as you can see. But it takes long. It takes a long time to activate and to actually do the damage. For PvE, and for a slow monster, if you could know the time, you could probably do a lot of damage with it. But for PvP, I feel like it's gonna be hard to catch people off guard. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I recommend the last weapon, basically the Blasphemous Blade, and then for rune farming, Sacred Relic Sword. These are the best ones. PvP, you could either go between Black Knife, Blasphemous Blade, or the Viks Spear. And there you have it. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like button. It will help me out a lot. If you're new to the channel, new to the video, you're always welcome to subscribe. I do daily content between Elden Ring and Monster Hunter. And as always, this is Envy, signing out. See you in the next video. Bye bye.